Godzilla -1.
That's my number 2.
Fucking there we go. All right. I've seen this 3 times this year.
Yeah.
Once was the colorless version, the black and white version, which I do recommend.
I saw that.
It's on Netflix.
Oh, well, why did I see the one with color? Anyway, whatever.
No, it came out first, and then they put out the -1 or -1 color a couple months ago. But
I didn't know that. Okay.
Just like, we've talked about this ad nauseum, on and off mic. I fucking love Godzilla movies. And it's been a long time where, I think the legendary picture ones kind of like overshadowed, like, I think what Godzilla really is, like at the root of it and the heart of it. And there is very little heart in those movies. And this kind of just went back to telling like a borderline, like an incredibly depressing story of kamikaze pilot. And it was just like a story I have never seen in a Godzilla movie before.
So creative, such a fresh new take. How do you not give it to him?
Yeah, and just like it's so, like,
and not to mention sorry to cut you off. Not to mention the whole Academy Award thing, a team of fucking 12 people, like major come from behind victory, crazy.
What they did with their budget, and what you see on screen, like, and also too like. Nothing like call it cheesy or whatever, like it's or schlock. It's not that. I think it's just of like the style, but there's some like devastating scenes, big scale and small scale, that I haven't seen in a long time. Even outside of a Godzilla, there's the scene where like there's just like a blast. The whole town like is like destroyed at one point at the midpoint of the movie, and I was like, that is like fucking terrifying. Like, could you imagine being in a situation? I don't know. It's the brought to life, the realization of the world, I think, is dynamite.
Yeah, pun intended. Last one, late replacement, Nosferatu.
Fucking A, dude.
So Grant and I saw it last night. We were talking about it off mic before we hit record. I don't know if we'll end up talking about it in a future episode in more depth.
I would like to. I'd like to.
Yeah, but I mean, but at the time of recording, it's obviously in theaters. We're not going to mention any spoilers. No. But everything you're hearing, and from what I'm hearing, the critical reviews are quite positive, and I would say they're all pretty bang on. The major standouts for me, and I'll let Grant jump on this, are the performances by Bill Skarsgård, Lily Rose Depp, and the cinematography. And just, I'm not a horror movie guy, so I'm not the authority on this stuff, but how it's shot, and just how ballsy it is. I don't know. It's just so classic and so modern at the same time. I don't quite understand how he did it.
My understanding is it's a more or less 1-for-1 to the original.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Just with like a art lens and this and that, but
it's unbelievable. It's unbelievably made.
The world too, like I think there's like the opening set. There's like an opening set piece where in like almost like a grayscale coloring.
Oh god, the snap of the title card scene.
Yeah, and yeah, but like, and then when you finally get into the town, like in Germany, or once you realize you're in Germany. And he's like kind of cutting through the streets. You're like, this is like, I feel like I'm watching There Will Be Blood, or I'm watching, Gangs in New York. Like the effort has gone into this. Like it felt very tangible. I feel like I could like reach out and grab it. It wasn't, and not to say like majority of movies are all like CG, but it's either like a COVID movie where it's like made in Atlanta somewhere, or in Florida or Vancouver, sorry. But this felt like a place, like, where it's filmed, I don't know, but I feel like the entirety of the movie, even when they're in the woods of Transylvania, or they're here or there, like, I felt like I was there,
Yeah, it's just, I had the feeling that I've had with you, like, multiple times, or that I'm sure other people can relate to, is you watch the movie, and then your thought after that is, like, what else has this director made? What else can I go see by the person who made this film? Because this person, like, gets it, whatever their vision was, like, it worked for you. It's the feeling I had after I saw Arrival with Denis Villeneuve. I was like, I need to inhale everything he's made, or Robert Eggers in this case. But yeah,
this is his fourth, and I've seen them all. I love them all.
Yeah, he's one.
Yeah, really, really good.
Do you have one remaining?
I would have 2.
Go ahead.
Just quickly, we talked about it a lot at the time. Poor Things I really enjoyed.
Yes,
talking about a world and
yes.
bring it to bring it to life, and
Outstanding
and
movie.
the physicality of it. The Mark Ruffalo was dynamite, and
So
Emma
good.
Stone. Emma Stone obviously was like the standout. Again, Willem Dafoe, crushing.
Oh yeah.
I think might actually be one of my in my top 5 favorite actors.
Yeah, I mean the run he's on right now.
Yeah,
just pretty great.
Cracked. Yeah, but Poor Things, and then The Substance, another movie I've seen quite a bit.
I gotta see this one. I haven't seen it yet.
Just like body horror supreme, like just very schlocky and gross, and like
I need
just
this in my life. But it looks so good. That's the problem. The trailer's so good.
It's
Trailers aren't this good anymore.
No, and the soundtrack too. There's like a recurring motif of like an EDM, like a like that they use, and it kind of evolves and it comes in at different points in the movies. I think it's, again, we've talked. I love horror movies. I love the like as many majority of the subgenres. Devil stuff freaks me the fuck out though, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. But no, I think it's a really good movie. It's it's a huge success story, smallish indie, just crushing. Demi Moore is...
yeah. Been a long time since she's had a big movie.
Something like 20 years she's been not in a major blockbuster movie. And she's incredible in it. Just like very lays it all out. No pun intended. Like it's...
Ugh.
It's
Who directed this? It's okay if you don't know.
I think it's a French name. I don't have it right in front of me.
Is it Margaret Qualley?
So she's the I guess the co-lead, if you want to call it that.
Sure.
But I've seen that 3 times as well.
Oh my goodness, because that's on VOD now, streaming or like.
It is, yeah. Well, I got lucked out because Mubi, the streaming service, bought the right. They own it.
Oh, okay.
It's like a curated channel. It's like Criterion. And they bought it out of whatever festival, and they were doing, when it premiered, they were doing a free week. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna check that. So what? And then, but it's like a $20 a month subscription. So I watched it as much as I could, and then I rented it because I was like, I want to hear this. I want to see it again.
Okay.
But yeah, really dug that.
Nice.
All right.
Oh,
TV.
Oh wait. TV, television. Now, do you want to do televisions?
Yeah. Did you have any more movie stuff or
no?
Okay.
I somehow Poor Things slipped my mind. I saw that in theaters as well, and it was outstanding. Yeah. So it's funny we're more aligned on movies than we were anime, but okay, live action shows. I've got 3 or 4.
I got 3.
Okay. I'll trim one because mine barely. The 4th one doesn't. Or I'll mention at the end. But number 1, these are less. I didn't take the top 5 ranking as seriously for the live action stuff. It's more like what were the best of the year.
Yeah,
so
they're not in order.
Yeah, exactly. But one of my favorites of the whole year, regardless of medium, was Ripley with Andrew Scott.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't think you'd open with that.
Yeah, I know. It's I watched it on my own, and the black and white thing, and the cinematography in Italy, and that Andrew Scott guy. Whew.
He is good.
Yeah, I there's something I don't know, thrillery. It like satiated something I've like been wanting for a while, and it was a great little miniseries, and I recommend it.
I loved, whether it was intentional or not, for me, again, like, I don't know if that was the intention for all viewers, but for me personally, I wanted him to fucking get caught.
I know.
I was like, this guy is a fucking rat.
I know.
And he deserves everything he gets, or whatever's coming to him, he deserves. Yeah. And it was like, he just keeps, just always finds a way,
just barely gets
just always has the right thing to say. It's just, I don't know. I thought it was, the execution on the character was incredible. And once they introduced the detective, I was like, this show's cooking again.
Yeah, so I remember you told me that.
Yeah.
Because I, for the record, I felt like pretty much the same way in that, like, it was good, but
slogged in the middle.
It got then it dialed up when the detective came in, and he kind of put the juice on everything. But I really loved it, and I was like, yeah, like these are the types of stories that I'm interested in, etc.
Yeah.
What about you? Oh.
Shogun.
Yeah, I got Shogun too as well.
Yeah. Just what a marvel. Like that's big budget TV done right.
Hiroyuki Sanada, Anna Sawai.
Sawai, awesome.
Wild. And Did those Emmys already air? Did they already? They both won already, right?
Yeah, I think they cleared up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the most recent Emmy.
Yeah, it was. I'm 90% sure they already did it and won. And I mean, and there's more coming.
Talking Like John Blackthorne was the most fun I've had for like the weeks I was watching the show.
We've booked a trip, as you know, off mic. But every time I tell somebody that we're going to the Japans.
I am a sailor.
Yes, I'm here to rescue my men.
I am owed what I am given. He's doing. Now we're just doing freaking data plan. Shogun was. It's kind of nice, like when everyone's watching the good thing. It's not like you're. Whether it's like Severance or. Like where you feel like there's just a pocket of people who are like, oh, like we got this awesome, amazing thing here, and like everyone was watching Shogun. Everyone was talking about it. No matter where you went or who you talked to, the conversation was getting brought up. It was fun. It felt the most akin to Game of Thrones in a while. Like,
I agree with that.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was a brief and interesting cultural phenomenon and moment.
Water cooler.
Yeah. Okay, last one on mine, and then you'll understand my honorable mention.
Okay.
But my last one, I think, will also maybe be a little random. But I don't know if it's like the best of the year. It's just I loved it so much. I had so much fun watching Parasyte the Grey. Oh, that's that South Korean Netflix adaptation of Parasyte the Maxim, the anime. Yep. But it is not a one-to-one adaptation. The characters are different. The plot's different. Everything is different. It's just in the same universe. And it makes sense. And it was made by the guy who did Train to Busan. Mm-hmm. It was only like 6 episodes or something. Perfect length. If you're a fan of that anime, I think that you would really, really like the live action adaptation.
Check out both, but I've been wanting to get back into, or I've been wanting to check out Parasyte since Squid Game's been brought up. I've been thinking about if I'm going to watch that, I should probably watch Parasyte first.
Yeah.
I'll just get through mine quickly. Presumed Innocent, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh man, I've been trying to watch that.
Haven't started, or
no,
like you have? Oh,
Sam. God, man.
I started episode 1 and I went to bed at episode 7. Like I could not. It was just like, this is such a good thriller.
That good.
A reimagine. Yeah, dude, it's really good. He's awesome. It's not like, I find these shows they can kind of crux too much on like this episode has this like twist. Like it's not. The whole series was building up to like something, whether it's a twist or not, or it's obvious, this and that. I thought it was just handled. It was not treating like it was less trashy airport novel.
Yeah.
It was more like they went like they went like prestige on it, but like they didn't like bang you over the head of like, look at us, like we're an Apple show, and like it felt very true to like a court movie. Everything it was trying to tackle, like genre wise, like the court stuff, the kind of like the erotic thriller, like it just it did them well, like it wasn't trying to blow one out over the other or too much of one thing. I thought it was a very, very all around really good show, and just he's so good, he's so captivating on screen, like in everything. He's so good, and
he was on that run for a while there, and then he started, he took like the Marvel movie, and then like Roadhouse with Conor McGregor, and like he's cashed a couple paychecks here recently. But then everybody wouldn't shut up about Presumed Innocent, and I was like, he's back on it.
Yeah, it's really good
for him.
And then lastly, Slow Horses. It's the 4th season aired this year.
It's Gary Oldman, right?
Gary Oldman, yeah. They do the whole model of they shoot 2 seasons back to back. And then they put them out like 6 months apart. So I think technically season 3 was also this year as well.
Nice.
Earlier in the year, but it's just good spycraft. Really, really, Gary Oldman is like the ultimate bastard.
Spycraft. Why don't I watch this?
Yeah, dude, honestly, man, everyone. You know what? I was actually sending it to my brother today because I'm trying to get my brother to watch Severance. Apple's doing a free weekend, January 4th.
Oh, right. Probably in anticipation of Severance, I'm assuming.
Yeah. So anyone who's listening, if you don't get the free, there's some really good stuff on there, like better than everyone else. Like it's really good.
Yeah, they're getting to the point where their catalog's getting a little bit bigger. That if you got yourself a free trial or something, there's like a lot to choose from. My honorable mention, it's a bit of a cop out, but it's because I was so late to it. But it still counts because we're in season 2 now. Is White Lotus.
Oh,
even though
nice.
season 3 is literally around the corner.
Imminently,
We're still going to try and be done for season 3, and if not, we might be a little bit late.
doable.
But yeah,
that's February now, I think.
If it's February, then I'll be fine. But yeah, we love season 1 so much. Took a brief break and watched, I don't know, maybe something later. I can't remember what. But now we're back into season 2.
Nice.
And it's fantastic.
Right on.
Okay, this, my friend, brings us to, I believe, our last category.